සංගතය ඉතාලියේ තුලේ කැනඩාවේ ටොරන්ටෝ නගරේ මේ ගොඩාක් වෙන රටවල ඇවිල්ලා පදිංචි වෙලා ඉන්නවනේ දැන් අත්දැකීම් කෙනෙක්. නමුත් ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේ මෑත කාපු අය ඒ රටේ සංස්කෘතියට වඩා වෙනස්ව හැසිරෙනවා. කෙනෙක් නීතිය කඩනවා කියනවා නෙමෙයි. නමුත් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ විදියට ඉන්න හදනවා එහෙ. ඉතින් ඒක ගොඩක් ඒ වෙනස්කම් ගොඩක් වැඩි වුණාම යාට නිකන් එයාට තේරෙනවා එතනම් එයාට තරහ යනවා මේව දැක්කම තමයි. එයාගේ ඒ අසතුට නැත්නම් අමනාපය හරි තරහව එයාට පාලනය කරන්න එයා දන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ. කොහොමද ඒකට හැරගැස්සෙන්නේ?
අසතුට අමනාපය පාලනය කරන්න බෑ. අර ඕන අරමුණු දැකලානේ.
ඒක ආවරිකාම ට්‍රිගර්ස් ඒක ආවරිකාම ඒක කුලප් වෙනවා වගේ.
එහෙම එකක් වෙනවා ඉතින් ඈ.
එක තමයි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා.
second question. තරගකාරීත්වය වැඩි. එහෙමත් දැනෙනවා. ඒකටත් නම් වෙන දෙන්න මොකක් හරි ක්‍රමයක් තියෙනවද කියලා ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක්.
තරගකාරීත්වය වැඩි නිසා. ඒක නම්
So in English, there were two questions. One of them was something along these lines. Somebody seeing people that are behaving in a kind of strange and unsuitable way, especially in context of specific country or culture. So as soon as you see these people not behaving properly or doing sometimes even outright mischief, you might get like irritated or displeased or angry. So how to manage that? And second question was about competitiveness. So how to manage competitiveness?
දැන් පළවෙනි එක මේ තරහ එන එක. ඒ අරමුණු වල. අනිත් ඒක මේ ඒක නම් නැති කරගන්න භාවනා කරන්න ඕනේ.
So the answer for the first question is, Lokam, to summarize this, is getting angry by object taken from others. Basically, so Lokam says if you want to remove that, the answer is really meditating. So Lokam calls this like rootless anger.
Oh. ඒක ඉතින් මේ සාමාන්‍ය උගත් දෙනකොට තියෙනවා.
This is something that is available in quite a number of people. In this, it's like many people have this, and in some people it's more than in others. Sometimes if the anger is too much, they like give up their jobs or like move their house and things like that because they cannot bear up the anger. So that is really over the limits. So we should not let it develop up to that level. So there's like more specific was like specifically this was connected with like people from other countries. If I understood correctly, they come to a new country, but they try to like have something same way as it was in the old country. So
Indian ministry අම්මෝ එංගලන්තෙත් එහෙමයි මං දැක්කා මේ පාරේ පාරේ කියලා දාගන්න.
So Lokam says, yes, even in England it's like that with this specific group of people, because in their
Well,
country
that's
it's normal that people like spit and do other things by the road. So even when they were in England, they were doing the same things.
දැන් මෙම පාරේ යන්න තැනක් තියෙන කායිද සුදුයි.
Oh.
ඒව නැතුව නිකන් යනවා නොහදිට.
And if I understand correctly, also in Europe and like you have sidewalks or pavement which is the part of the road that is there is specifically for people that walk. But these people from this other country, they disregard that, and even there, if there is a sidewalk, they still go on the road itself where the car goes. So these people are not used to any like following any rules really. So when other people see that, they start following the same idea.
ටික දවසක් යනකොට ඕකට නීති දැම්මේ නැත්තම් මේ කොහොමනෝන පාරේ කැත කරන්න මුත්‍රා ගන්න පටන් ගන්නවා.
So Lokam said you need to actually establish, introduce some regulations, and Lokam says if they don't do that, now they maybe don't use the sidewalks and spit here and there everywhere. If you don't introduce the regulation, in short time they start urinating on the sidewalks and doing the big thing also. So Lokam says managing that with loving kindness and compassion is impossible. You have to manage this situation by introduction of regulations. So especially this is kind of dangerous, if I understand correctly, when in one place more of the same group of people start accumulating. And Lokam says if you try to just go and very like logically explain to them, it's also not going to work. So you probably have to force those people to attend etiquette classes and things like that. Oh. So if you don't do that, then all kind of trouble is going to happen.
Singapore තවම දෙමළක් තියෙනවනේ අයියෝ වැඩන්නේ පාරේ මුත්‍රා කරනවා පාරේ කියන ගහනවා ටිකක් එහාට යන්න ඕනේ බලන්න.
So Kam says if you go to Singapore, there is a part of the city where the Tamil people live, and if you go there you will understand. Yeah, he said more, but that is enough. So anyway, so this is a kind of same situation in other places also. Bante, ඒවට අර එක පාලන කරන එකයි මම ඒවට තරහ වෙනවා වෙන එකයි. ඉතින් අර තමාගේ තරහව හදන්න
තරහ නම් ඉතින් වෙනම මෛත්‍රී කරලා තරහ නොවෙන්න හදන්න ඕනේ. ඒකෙන් අපිට හදන්න බෑනේ. ඒ වෙනුවට හදන්න නිතිරිතන්න. නැත්නම් අපි මෛත්‍රියෙන් අපි හිත හදාගන්න මෛත්‍රියෙන් මේ අරමුණ එක්ක බලන්න නැතුව ඉඳලා. ඒක ඉවසලා. ඒ දෙකෙන් එකක් කරන්න ඉවසන්න බෑ. බලන්න නැතුව ඉන්න. නැත්නම් අහක බලන්න.
So now I ask, like managing those people is one thing, but getting angry or irritated by seeing when they do the wrong things is like another thing. So what to do for oneself? So Lokam said developing really loving kindness or similar things. Also, avoid seeing or like look away and or just like being patient. But sometimes being patient is like you are not strong enough to just bear it up. So it's like if you should like avoid seeing and on purpose, like don't look in that direction.
Canada with the hand.
Oh, everything was there.
Madam Ganama Cinta.
Cinta.
Cinta. Oh. Cinta Nona.
මම ඉන්නේ වෙන ප්‍රදේශයක සායනංශ මේගොල්ලන් ඉන්නේ ටොරොන්ටෝ කියන ලොකු ප්‍රදේශයක ඒ පැත්තේ ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා අලුතෙන් ආපු කට්ටිය right so ඒගොල්ලන් දැන් ගොඩාක් කැනඩාවට ගෙන්න ගන්නවා සායනංශ මේ එන්න කියනවා මොකද ඊට ගන්නවා කට්ටිය ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන් ඇහිලා මේ එහෙම තමයි දෙන්නේ ඒක එහෙම වෙනවා. හැබැයි ඇල්බර්ට් වල තාම ඉලික් කරන්නේ නැහැ. තාම නැහැ. සීතල නිසා නෙමෙයි. කට්ටිය එනවා නමුත් ওই විදිහට හැසිරෙන්නේ නැහැ.
වැඩි දෙනෙක් ඉන්නේ නැහැ වැඩි එන්නේ ටොරොන්ටෝට.
ටොරොන්ටෝ වලට එනවා නමුත් එහෙත් ඉන්නවා හරියට ඉන්දියන් කාරයෝ නෙමෙයි ඒකට.
ටොරොන්ටෝට එන ගොඩක්ම ඉන්දියන් අය.
දැන් ඉතින් මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ගෙන්න ගන්නේ මොකටද?
ඒකේ ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ දැන් වයසක කට්ටිය වැඩි. අපි දැන් වයසයි. ඉතින් අපිට අපේ පෙන්ෂන් අරවා මේවට ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. ඒවට සල්ලි නැහැ. ඉතින් දැන් තරුණ කට්ටියව ආහම ඒගොල්ලන්ට කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ වැඩ කරනවානේ ස්වාමීන් ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ
ජොබ්ස් එක
අලුතෙන් දේවල් පටන් ගෙන රට දියුණු කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ව ගෙන්නගෙන රට දියුණුනවා කියන්නේ එක දේවල් පටන් ගන්න. ඉතින් ඊට පස්සේ රට ගොඩක් මිනිස්සු ඉන්නවනේ සායනහන්ස එතකොට
yes you're correct.
එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ගෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ රස්සාව කරනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ පඩි ගෙවනවා නමුත් තව ජනගහනය වැඩි වෙනවා. එතකොට දැන් අපිව බලා ගන්න ඒගොල්ලන්ට නැත්තම් මේක යනවා අපි දැන් අපි වැඩ කළා අපි ගෙව්වා ඒවට අපි ඒ වෙනුවට අපිව බලා ගන්න එපා ආණ්ඩුවෙන්.
හරි.
ඒක තමයි එහෙම කරන්නේ.
ඉතින් මේ චින්තනවලට ගෙව මුදලයි තේරමලන් එන්න බැරි.
එන්න පුළුවන් ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ ඕනේ නම්. හැබැයි ඉතින් අපිට එහෙම මෙහිට වඩා ගොඩක්
them are විදේශික කතා තේරුම්
ඒක ඕනේ කියන්නේ.
So now I asked what to do. So anyway, so this was to do why look, I'm just interested why these people come and so this was like they come because of the pension scheme and new jobs and all these kind of other kind of things are happening.
ඒක මෛත්‍රී භාවනා කරලා කරන එමෙන්න මිනිසුන්ට වෙන පොදු කරන්න මේ එකතු කරලා
So anyway, so Lokam says, on your side, develop loving kindness and compassion. On their side, try to get them together and give make them take classes where they will get the proper kind of ways of doing things.
අනිත් එකේ මොකක්ද?
තරංග
තරංගකාරීකම.
මම කිව්වා එක වැඩපොළ විතර නෙමෙයි.
ඔව් වැඩපොළේ
අර භාවනා කරන්න තක් තියෙනවා.
හැමදාම තියෙනවා.
ඒක කොහොමද
තරංගකාරීකමද?
ඔව්.
ඒක අල්පෙච්ච වෙන්න ඕනේ.
So the answer of combating competitiveness is this apicchata is translated in English usually as the fewness of wishes.
අපිච්චතා තියෙනවා තරංගකාරීත්වයක කියන්නේ අපිච්චතාවේ තියෙනවා නම් තරංගකාරී.
So somebody that has this quality of fewness of wishes does not get into the competitive mode really.
හැම කෙනෙක්ම තරංගකාරීකම තියෙනවා.
this kind of competitiveness is there to some extent, basically in almost everybody.
ඒක මේ හඳුනාගත්තොත් මේ අපේ ගමනට බාධාවක් කියලා.
Hmm.
දැන් නිවන්ට මහන්සි වෙන එක තරම්කාරී එකක් නෙමෙයි.
හිතනවාර ගවැසි කතාව.
අන්න ඒක හොඳයි කියලා.
So anyway, so Lokam said, so this competitiveness is there is anyway. If one of the things of overcoming it is recognizing it when it's functioning and seeing how it is actually hindering whatever. Like it is really hindering you. So that itself is helping you to overcome it. Loka said there is nothing like real competitiveness if you consider the like attaining nibbana. So now there is this kind of funny sutta from Anguttara Nikaya, I think, about Gavesi. So the Buddha with monks was walking somewhere and smiled. Then Venerable Ananda thought the Buddha does not just smile like this, so he asked the Buddha why, and he said, no, in the past Buddha's dispensation, there used to live this Upasaka called Gavesi with 500 friends. And then I don't remember the story exactly, so there might be some mistakes, but it was something like that. So he thought, I am like the leader of this group of lay followers, but I am saying, so I should be like better, so let me stop killing, let me observe 5 precepts. So then they thought, oh, he's our leader, like example for us, he is now observing 5 precepts, we should also observe 5 precepts. Then he thought, oh, now they are against him like me, I should stop eating in the afternoon. So, and then they again think, oh, our example leader is now not eating in the afternoon, let's emulate his example, and they also stop. So like this, finally he becomes a monk, they become also monk, and then he still thinks he has this sensory strain and all these things, and they follow step by step what he's doing. So the last step is like, let's do this big striving and have some realization, and then he becomes an arahat. So then do the same, they become arahat. Only then he does not think, oh, I should get better because he's an arahat. So up to the arahatship, he tries to like be better than them, and that takes him all the way. So until the arahatship, always he was thinking how to be better, and like the competitiveness was there until like as long as he was not an arahat, the competitiveness was there.
ඒකට මෙච්චර කරන එක අනිත් එක කරනවා ඒ විදිහට ඒක නම් හොඳ දෙයක්.
So but there is this is talking about the development of good qualities and about good friends. So if you have this like noble good friend, that is a good example. This what is described is kind of nice description.
Oh, දැන් අපි මේ එහෙම දැකලා කියලා කරන්නේ නැහැ.
So in our case, we might have seen exemplary people like that, but we have not followed their example. Sometimes we might say, oh, this one is really crazy. ඒ කියන්න භාවනා නොකරන්න අය වගේ. So especially people that don't practice too much, or they don't meditate, when they see somebody meditating quite a lot, they usually think about the meditators. They have kind of something is wrong with like they are meditating so much, like morning till evening for a number of weeks or months. They must, like something is wrong with them. That is how most people take, like people trying to practice.
ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඒක මේ ගුණධර්මයක් කියලා හිතෙන්නේ නැහැ. හිතෙන්නේ මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ නිකන් ඔය කාලේ නාට්‍යවල පිස්සු වැඩක්
So
කියලා.
they usually don't consider this practicing as something that where the wholesome qualities are developed. Mostly they think about this as a waste of time and
ඔව් කලාතුරකින් තමයි මේ ඒ පැත්තට හැරිලා හොඳට හිතන්නේ.
so it is actually very rarely that the mind goes towards the good side, like taking it in a good way, understanding that these people are developing something very good and valuable and so on.
මම මේ අවුරුදු 17 කාලේ මේ ඉතින් මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ තියෙන ගත්තේ භාවනා කරනවා
So those days when I was 16 or 17, I used to come to this original Kandu Buddha meditation center and meditate.
මම ඉතින් උදේ 9ට නාන්න යනවා රාත්‍රියේ
Around 9 o'clock, I used to go to those days. There were these like open air bathing wells, which they are still sometimes used in Sri Lanka. You can sometimes see them in villages. So there were these two open air bathing wells in the land, one for ladies and one for guys, and one. So the bungalows and things like that where the stupa is now, and the one where monks used to take bath, they were in the area where the dining hall is, but on the other side where the next door center is. So that was the place.
Oh, maybe
So those days there were no houses, so this our land next door central land as well as the adjoining lands was one land. It was not divided, and there was just these like trees and nothing there. And even outside of the land there was not really any habitation. There were really no houses in those days.
මොකද ඔය පුතා භාවනා කරන කොට තමයි භාවනා කරන කියලා
So and anakote.
නෑ නාගනේ අනකොට
Oh.
නා එතෙන්ට එන්නේ.
So if I understand correctly, so as Lokam was going to take bath in this open air bathing well, some people used to ask, when he met people, they asked him, son, why are you here doing this meditation thing? Why did you come here? Are you not going to school? So they had no clear idea what the meditation was about. Also, I was not able to explain to them what it was about. So those people really thought it of as a kind of craziness. So although in my village I did not spread the information that I was coming to the meditation center to do the meditation. So it's basically at home it was only the mother that knew that I was going, and that was it. So otherwise the meditation would not be possible. So because so no, because if others knew that that would be really like kind of troublesome, because everybody would start coming and asking me, why are you going there, what are you doing there, and things like that. So it was much easier to just inform the mother and don't tell this to others. So then if they knew, they start asking me all these other questions. Are you doing this for the attainment of Nibbana, or are you interested in attaining the jhanas and things like that?
ඉතින් ඒවට උත්තර දෙන්න බෑ මිනිස්සු ඒවා ගැන මොනවක්වත් දන්නේ නැහැ.
So actually, if they asking these things, I would not have been able to answer anything because even though they ask about those things, they don't know about those things at all.
ඒවට ඉතින් ඒ වගේ තමයි අපිට උත්තර දෙන්න බැරි ඒවා තියෙනවා.
So there are these like things where you really cannot answer properly.
බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ උත්තර දෙන්න බැරි අතහැරලා දැම්මා.
So that even the Buddha
ඒවා මේ
kind of categorize answers into different classified answers into different categories, and one of them specific category is this kind of question is the question that you don't answer. So this, and the Buddha said, if it's like unexplained, you just remember this is something, this is unexplained, and leave it as that. So they were, I don't know if I'm correct, I hope so. There was this like philosophical or spiritual circles in the Buddha's times. They have these like 4-point questions about things. So it was like this: is the Tathagata after death dead, or is he like he is not there, or he is there, or he's both and he's neither and neither, or is the soul or the life principle and body the same, and so on, or it's not the same, it's both same and not, and it's neither and neither. So there are these 4 positions. So these kind of 4 questions, most of them the Buddha said they are the category that is left without answering. So like, what is like this about the nature of Nibbana and things like
තියෙන එකක්ද නැති එකක්ද කියලා අහගන්න කියලා දෙන්න ඒක අවබෝධ කරලා ඉතින් ඕනේ.
So the main thing was whether you answer, let's say if you say there is Nibbana, there is not Nibbana, and so on, whether you say this or that, it's just like empty words, because you with Nibbana you need to experience it. So the reason why these things were not explained is for that reason. So Kam says because both standpoints that there is or there is not are actually wrong. So So Lokama says because the characteristic or sign of Nibbana cannot be described. But this, I think what Lokam is saying is like because you cannot like give people satisfactory description how it's experienced. So or a similar question is who like is the person experiencing, let's say, pain or whatnot, the same person or not? So again, actually this is not like this is improperly put question, so that you cannot like this. If it's asked in a wrong way, again you should not answer it. You should maybe say this is not asked in the correct way. So if I understand correctly, I'm saying, so for the practice and realization, the external and other people's things are completely useless for that. So for the like practical realization, it is our own things that we have to be like working on.
අනුන්ගේ අරමුණුත් අත්හරින්න ඕන, තමුන්ගේ අරමුණුත් අත්හරින්න ඕන.
Actually, one needs to let go of the external objects and as well as the internal objects.
ඒ දෙන්න හොඳ ක්‍රියාවකට විපස්සනාව කියා දෙන්න.
So then when that happens, such a person becomes a very suitable person that for insight meditation instruction.
ඒකට යාට තරහ වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ.
Because for such a person, there is nothing there that can get the person really irritating.
බාහිර අරමුණුත් නැහැ, අජාත අරමුණුත් නැහැ.
For as was said before, for such a one, there are really no external objects and actually even no internal objects.
එහෙම නැත්නම් අපේ දෙකේ ස්වභාවික දෙයක් තමයි අපි මේ එක්වර අනුන්ගේ අරමුණක ඉන්නවා.
If that is too much, Lokama says, I think at least try to just observe what is naturally happening there. That means within your experience.
ඔව්. ඉතින් හරි අමාරුයි. ඒ වන අරමුණුත් එක්කලා අනුන්ගේ අරමුණුත් එක්ක හැප්පියක් ඉන්න. එහෙම හරි අමාරුයි.
So being with other like external objects or things from others is like too difficult.
මගේ අරමුණු වල මට කර කියන්න පුළුවන්.
Like with one's own things, that it is possible to explain. There is more clarity.
මේවා මේ අපිට අඩු වෙලා තමයි. ඒවා අපිට අඩු වෙලා කියන්නේ එච්චරම
ඒව කියන්න
දැන් අර කිව්ව අනුන්ගේ අරමුණු
So actually the reason why we are here and try to practice is because we have already managed to reduce the impact of the external objects on us. So because we have like let go or abandoned some part of them is the reason why people even can come and start practicing it.
It
means not 100%. So anyway, even people here have still this in some form or another. That means they might find fault with the way how other people that are here walk or talk or move or smile or not smile or talk or not talk. But it's quite decreased, like it's like less than what is there for people that don't practice. But this is anyway creating a lot of trouble. But if you develop loving kindness and develop this ability to note everything and get into the proper insight practice, those things are very much reduced. So this is not talking of not helping others. This is like not that. Because helping others, there is no, that is not causing problems like for the practice.
අඩුපාඩුවක් කරනවා. එතකොට ඒක නෑ ඒකයි තියෙන්නේ.
තාම විතරනේ.
දැන් මම කොහොමද උනත් කියනවා.
ඔව්.
දැන් කාගේ හරි ගිහිල්ලා
ඔව්.
අර විදිහේ මේ අඩුපාඩුවක් බලන්න කියලා.
ඔව්.
ඉතින් ඒක වැරදියට ගත්තොත් ඒ බලන එක ඒක වැරදි.
So, Lokam said, if like, I don't still get it, but anyway, Lokam said, let's say I ask Komi to go and see somebody if there are some shortcomings or not. So, if that is taken in a wrong way, that is potentially dangerous.
ඉතින් වැඩපොළවලට මේ ගෙවල් වලත් තියෙනවා.
So this competitiveness is anyway not, and this first question actually is not there only at work, it happens also at home even. So I had this experience before quite a lot. Even at home it was there quite a lot.
දැන් වැඩක් නැතුව ඉන්නවනේ.
Oh.
දැන් ගෙදර ඉන්න එතකොට යාට වැඩක් කියනවා බලන්න. වැඩක් නැහැ කියන්නේ.
Oh.
ඉතින් අපි කොයින් නේද ආරයට ඕනෙලා දින වැඩක් කරවන්න. කාටරියක් කතා
So anyway, so I think this look I'm talking about is like let's say somebody is just resting without just now doing anything, and somebody at home might see that and think, oh, they are just wasting time, and they immediately like think up a work and send them doing something.
දැන් මම ඒක දැක්කේ.
Oh.
දැන් අපේ තාත්තා ළඟ වැඩ ගන්න මිනිස්සු ඉන්නවා. එන්නේ පායි කරනකොට වැඩ ඉවරයි. වැඩ ඉවරලා නාලා තියෙනවා. ඒක දැන් අපේ කාටරි එන්නේ ගේම ඉන්නවා පේන්න බෑ. ඉතින් ගන්න ආවල් ගමන ගිහින් ආවල් දෙක දැන් මොනවද වැඩක් කියනවා. මොනවද එකක් කරන්නේ.
ඒක දැන් වෙන්න බෑ බං. දැන් වැඩ ඉවරයි ඒක කිව්වොත් ඒක මම ඒකට සාලිතන්නේ කතාවේ.
ඔව් ඒක තමයි
Anyway, so this is like in the old days, the work ethics were different. So Lokam said he saw this. So Loko Hamudru's father had different businesses, and there was a bunch of laborers and workers, and at 5 days their jobs were really finished, and they came to take bath and like maybe eat and then go home basically. But some people at home, when they saw them like seemingly doing nothing, they thought, oh, these workers, they are not doing anything. So even they work time normally finished, they tell them to go here and there and send them to like bring, like give them other tasks.
Oh, naganema. Then in any daddy. They mean and they cook, Kuariana, Atau Mandi, and Nathan. Secret Bunda Monoania, that then even I daddy than that.
Yeah, so they send him to the nearby crossroads to get cigarettes or I don't know, something.
Then
so then the person is doing it unwillingly, and the asking person is also kind of not happy, and that's why they are sending them. So Lokam saying, so this, if you are in this position, you should understand now this person is maybe already finished and resting, and you should not like start sending them do other kind of things.
Belum dawakan ni kan?
Hmm?
Pulang dawakan lah. Ni kan ini. Onda itu kan ni.
Mana? Mereka tiba na ada tapi mukada terangga ni terangga kamu tengok ada bhavana gana ini apa gana
Tarang ada.
oh dia mahonda
Oh.
ada Sunita Hamudinanna ada Santa Manasa dinanna lewagi itu bahasa එක පාත මට හිතා මට කොහොම හරි බුදු හාමුදුරු පරාද කරන්න බෑනේ
Oh.
ඉතිවසේ හත්තික හරි
Wah, hari. Tante mana tu macam mana?
අන්නේ මෙයා නිකන් 100ක් පර්ෆෙක්ට් කෙනෙක් තමයි. හැබැයි මෙයා තමයි අවුරුද්දකින් සිවුරැරියා.
Iyo. Dan gua mana?
නෑ ගොඩක් කලින් අපේ මුල් කාලේ මහාන වෙලා
Mana?
අවුරුද්දක් විතර අපිත් එක්ක හිටියා. ඊට පස්සේ ආයි සාමාන්‍යය ගියා. ඊට පස්සේ අන්තිමට නිකන් අනගාരിക වෙලා ආයි.
Ega me tero ni tu. Ya me ante te ano ante de que empate para no tomar no culo para ven. Dan api tomar no culo me guna dar moto tomar no culo ando. So bade tu kan te
No, I mentioned to Lokohamudro that I used to have the competitiveness also, but then I thought I can never defeat the Buddha because it was the Buddha, no? And after that I was okay. But when I mentioned that, those days I was getting the ideas how I should defeat like Sunita Hamudura and Santa Manasa Hamudura. But Lokam asked, who is this Santa Manasa? So he was a monk that got ordained together with us, and he was so perfect. But after 1 or 2 years, he became Samana and then he disrobed. So Lokam says with these people, they go to extreme, and the development of the good qualities goes gradually, step by step. So if they kind of go to the extreme and try to make it too fast, usually they get fed up soon and give up the practice.
me Kalamanukula, Ibin Purdonut, Sangware, Sile, Sangware, Sangware, Mingida, Samati, Ekiti, Balitukal, Pomudio, Kerala.
So the good qualities you start with virtue and sense restraint and controlling the sense faculties, gradually, little by little. Then with that you start getting some calmness and concentration of mind. But it's like naturally, step by step develops, and if it happens that way, whatever you gain from that is kind of stable. But if you like forcefully try to make it happen very fast, this stability is not there and it falls apart.
Oh, Sile, Isra Manute. Then Sile Purdira team. Because Sile Tekam Purdana, what period for you?
So first you start being established in virtue in a very good way, then the helpful things like the duties and obligations, and like little by little you build up.
කායික ක්‍රියානේ පුරුදු කායික ක්‍රියාවනේ කාටවත් කරදරයක් නැති වෙන විදිහටම ඒක කායික ක්‍රියාව මේ ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ.
So what one takes one's own bodily activities and turns them in bodily actions that are not troublesome for anybody and sometimes helping others.
එයාගේ ඊට පස්සේ ඉබේටම මේ සීලයක් පිළිතනවා සමාධියක් පිළිතනවා.
For somebody like that, automatically is established in virtue and concentration starts arising.
සමාධියක් පිළිතලා ඉවරලා තමයි යන්නේ
And then once the concentration was established, then you take it even further.
ඉතින් අපිට ඒව පුරුදු නැතුව අපි පඤ්ඤාවකට බහින්න යනකොට වෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ එහෙම වෙලා ඊට පස්සේ ඒක තර්ක විතර්ක කියලා කැඩලා බින්න ගන්න මුල ඉඳන් මේ මොම ගන්නට ගියේ.
So, but if people try to get from like they want to get only the wisdom as soon as possible, not by this gradual build up, then this like the practice, they try to like rush up the wisdom only, and then they start getting in all kind of like theorizing and thinking and philosophizing, and then the whole thing really falls apart. So the really better approach, Lokohama says, this like gradual build up thing.
So that's in a matter
Anyway, that's it. So may you be well and happy, and thanks for listening.